Nothing could bring a movie audience to tears like the death of a beloved character.
Come on over here and fight like a man.
But when an actor or actress's on-screen death is well-deserved, insanely over the top, or delivered at the hands of a horror icon, viewers may be too busy laughing or cheering to feel sad. Here are Screen Rant's 10 funniest movie deaths.
Make your choice.
A Nightmare on Elm Street. Since Freddy Krueger uses dreams to take out teenagers, every kill in the series is ridiculous in some way. But when Nancy's mother is surprised by the slasher, he smashes an arm through a glass window, and the viewer's suspension of disbelief. It's obviously impossible to actually pull the actress through the window, but the awkward dummy taking her place turns the genuine jump scare into a bad joke. Live and Let Die. As crazy or hard to believe as some of James Bond's kills have been, there's no debating which one is the weirdest. When 007 has a showdown with the villain of Live and Let Die, a short, awkward grapple sends both men into a shark tank, where James leaves his opponent to die, not by shark, but by one of the villain's own inflating bullets. When the man floated to the ceiling and exploded, the audience wasn't laughing at the twist. They were laughing at how ridiculous Roger Moore's super spy had really become.
Eat orders! That's enough now, from all of you!
Deep Blue Sea. When a movie is absolutely filled with ridiculous deaths, it takes something special for one kill to rise above the rest. Or in this case, just a passionate speech from Samuel L. Jackson. When his character is shown why he's just the man to help the movie's cast survive an assault from super smart sharks, the fish get the last laugh, cutting his plan short with a single bite. The surprise and absurdity of the kill made it one of Hollywood's cult favorites, eventually becoming well known even if the movie fans never sat through the entire shark drama. Zombieland. Audiences were shocked enough when comedy icon Bill Murray made a surprise appearance as himself in this post-apocalyptic tale. Murray's decision to scare another survivor winds up costing him, but his sudden and unceremonious death is the perfect exit. The actor made sure his cameo would be remembered as one of the movie's best moments, letting him dish out some deadpan humor and even a playful shot at his worst reviewed role to date.
So do you have any regrets?
Garfield, maybe?
And with his dying breath, Murray showed there's always time for another joke. Big Trouble in Little China. No list of insane movie deaths is complete without this entry from the classic Kurt Russell martial arts fantasy. When his trucker hero has managed to take out the supernatural villain of Big Trouble, the warlord's lieutenant is more than a little angry. Instead of looking for revenge, he lets his anger build, eventually inflating him to a level of ridiculousness that the movie had yet to reach. This death alone is worth the movie's entire runtime. Zoolander. Ben Stiller made an entire movie out of the idea that fashion supermodels aren't exactly gifted thinkers, but the true stupidity of Derek Zoolander's best friends only became clear moments before their death. Food fights, pillow fights, and snowball fights are all in good fun, but a gasoline fight is asking for trouble. The gag might have been one of the biggest reaches in the entire movie, but there's no denying its staying power. There are lots of laughs to be had throughout Zoolander, but this scene and its fiery end are impossible to forget. Total Recall. It's hard to tell what's true and what isn't in this sci-fi classic, but when Arnold Schwarzenegger finally gets to Mars, he sends the movie's villain out onto the planet's surface. Without any air to breathe, he's dead in under a minute. Well, the oozing, swelling plastic version of him is anyway. If the movie really is all in Quaid's head, then he never learned what a lack of oxygen would do to a human being. But it's clear he's a fan of gruesome horror. MacGruber. It's hard to pick just one memorable death from this SNL feature film, since the final act sends the hero into a throat-ripping frenzy. But MacGruber finally gets the payback he's been waiting for when his nemesis shows up to ruin his wedding. It wasn't enough to beat Dieter von Kuntz and throw him to his death. The handy hero needed to riddle him with bullets on the way down, and even rub salt in the wounds by desecrating his corpse, twice.
Fuck you, dude!
True Lies. Director James Cameron set a record with the budget of his action comedy True Lies, but audiences got to enjoy every dollar of it on the big screen. As star Arnold Schwarzenegger battles a group of terrorists out of a skyscraper and onto the wings of a fighter jet, but with the villain hanging from one of the fighter's missiles and his partners escaping in a nearby helicopter, Arnold decides to solve two problems at once. Team America. The actors may not be human. That only guaranteed that each and every single kill and stunt in Team America would be a surefire gag. The squad's celebration is cut short when one surviving terrorist suddenly cuts down one of their own. Even though the twist has been seen in dozens of action flicks, the tragedy of a puppet being cut down in his prime and the insane death dance of his killer is impossible not to laugh at. Those are just a few of our favorite funny movie deaths. But did we miss any of your favorite outrageous kills? Be sure to leave them in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one.